Kyle Kuzma is a Lakers player who often jokingly teases LeBron James. An example of karma doing his thing happened at a basketball game when Kyle Kuzma shoved LeBron James to play defense, and moments after he injured his ankle.
Now he does. He'll turn. Gallo. They're going to get a good look. Lakers will take the 2 misses. Kuzma. Oh, he's down. He's hurt.
You can see how he's facing difficulties with Kuz. Maybe have to help him to the sideline.
When football player Beckham Jr. got mad and started punching things, it kinda backfired. At a hockey game, when one of the hockey players took down a goalie, there was immediate retaliation from the goalie's team. Trash talking is never a good thing. When a goalkeeper got involved into a lot talking in an attempt to rile up the other team, he then proceeded to not back all the claims he made, and his team lost. At a football match, when a pitch invader jumped the fence, she probably regretted it seconds later. Not sure if this was intentional or not, but when footballer Sergio Ramos hit an opponent with his elbow, later he got a bit of karma when he was kind of dribbled like he was a ball. A quite literal karma moment happened after NBA player Blake Griffin hits Dennis Schroeder in the head with the ball.
And now, Schroeder and Griffin have worthy meant to do that.
Dennis is a tough little guy, but no, he's
yeah, my bad. Yeah.
When one of the players from Barcelona made a very harsh foul to a player, he basically ended up kicking himself, but with the other player's foot. At a football game, one of the players started celebrating a little too early by throwing a number 1 in the air and then proceeded to be tackled just seconds before the touchdown.
Maybe he makes it. Watch the right hand of Baker on watch too soon, if you ask me.
At the Monaco Grand Prix, one of the F1 racers started to showboat a little too early by basically stopping a few meters before the finish line to kinda greet the audience, and it costed him the first place.
Ist der Sieger und schauen Sie, das ist nicht zu glauben, das gibt's nicht. Jetzt merkt der hält an, der möchte feiern mit seinen Mechanikern.
We usually can see moments in which an athlete celebrates early, and the athlete in the second place passes him right before the finish line. Well, in this case, the athlete somehow managed to take himself and the second place off the race. A quite literal instant karma moment happened at a cricket game when one of the athletes celebrated a little too much, causing a strain in his neck muscle.
And, well, he's demolished the furniture and he's also strained his shoulder.
Sometimes we underestimate the consequences of our actions. When an NBA player made what should have been a foul on Giannis, Giannis proceeded to step up his game.
Mike alluded to, watch the contact. Should have been a foul call. There he stares him down. Into the Kupo. The Euro step and the left-handed slam. So previously penetrated and ditched to Middleton. This time just bounding.
When one of the footballers at training tried to trip her coach, things didn't go too well for her. At Nitro MMA 11, one of the fighters was acting a little bit too cocky and kind of a bully during the weigh-ins. And well, when it came down to the actual fight, he got knocked out in a matter of seconds.
Good work, guys.
After a play kept tripping Neymar, he then proceeded to step his game up during that match, and even managed to make an impressive trick against the player. When NBA player Patrick Beverley was kinda trash-talking Dwight Howard by telling him he's all talk, he ended up paying the price with a harsh screen made by Dwight.
Oh, there's a harsh screen by Howard. 20-second timeout taken by Budenholzer. That was hard, huh?
Well, then, if he's all
At the Italian athletics indoor competition, one of the athletes was a bit rude to the judges after she didn't agree with them on the result of one of the jumps. And well, in the next jump, she took down the bar with her. When a parent or grandparent tried to cheat his way to make his kid walk out with Zlatan instead of another player, Zlatan noticed and recognized that it wasn't fair. A good lesson to learn is that taunting usually never ends well. When a fighter landed a good punch on his opponent, he started to taunt him, but sadly for him, he lost the fight.
looking a little bit groggy and a face which tells the story.
A hilarious moment to watch was when a volleyball team were celebrating a point, which they actually didn't get because the ball was outside of the line. At a football game, one of the fans went a bit too far and interrupted the game by stealing the ball and running away from security. And well, seconds later he got tackled by a huge security guard.
Fred tossed him the ball.
I think the guy came running onto the field, and when the ball was snapped, and
Tossed him the ball thinking it was somebody they had.
It is a known fact that Lorenzo and Rossi have this sort of rivalry with one another. At the motorcycle Prix, when one of the racers used a kind of unethical tactic of getting close to causing the other to fall off, he received a taste of his actions a few laps later. At a track race, when one of the runners taunted his opponent that was a bit behind somehow, the opponent managed to make a sprint and actually came in before him. A great moment of revenge to watch was after Yannis kind of taunted Ben Simmons after a dunk, and a few moments later Ben Simmons did the exact same thing to him.
Simmons on lockdown. He said that with a career-high fly. Embiid goes quick on Lopez. Tough shot. Followed by Simmons. Back at you. Greek Freak. I tell you what, Lopez got away with a forearm right on that shot.
At an MMA fight, one of the fighters seemed to be a bit rude and constantly kept trying to imitate the Conor McGregor persona, even by copying his laugh. And well, obviously the opponent didn't appreciate his lack of sportsmanship and even won the match in the first round. At a kart race, one of the racers got a little too caught up celebrating without noticing he had an opponent right behind him who took the opportunity to get ahead. Before the football match started, some fans of the opposing team were chanting Messi at Cristiano Ronaldo in an attempt to rile him up. And well, Cristiano, instead of getting mad, he decided to get his revenge on the field. So whenever he scored a goal, he would go and ask the fans to chant Messi now.
كريستيانو من لا شيء يفعل كل شيء كريستيانو رونالدو.
At a rugby game, one of the players got a little too confident and decided to slow down a bit before scoring the try, which turned out to be a big mistake. At a boxing match, one of the fighters started taunting his opponent and kind of showboating, and sadly for him, he proceeded to get knocked down a few seconds after.
Miranda says, that's all you got? He didn't trash talk leading up to the fight, but down he goes! Oh, a short punch inside!
When a goalkeeper tried to taunt the player to throw him off before he kicked a penalty, the player proceeded to wonderfully score the penalty and then made some signs showing the goalkeeper he's all talk.
Очень спокойно переигрывает, несмотря на все движения Вайденфеллера. Вот это напрасно. Счет сравняет.
At the World Poker Tour, the prize pool is usually in the millions of dollars, so it can be hard for all that not to get in your head. A kind of cocky poker player was showboating a lot during the match, and even celebrated too early. And well, turns out he didn't actually win.
Oh, Jack 10-4 right on the flop. Unbelievable. What a flop for Dwight Pilgrim. He is well out
Like he knew it was coming, Mike.
Yeah. Well, he sure is.
Partying in the rail.
Realizing now, his opponent's got a lot out there. And hits one of them. The king comes off. Ophir has done it.
During a match Sweden versus France, after scoring, the French players taunted the Swedish team. And well, sadly for them, they actually lost the match 4-1, and it was funny to see the Swedish players taunting them right back.
Går in till matchen med klokhet. Man